हरि ओम श्रीमन्महागणाधिपते नमः। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय नमः। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वधारं गगनसदृशमेकवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिवर्धनगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुवरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियवा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावं करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मोक्षमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मोक्षमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मोक्षमामृतात्। ॐ वासुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलागं सीतासमारोपितवां भागं पाण्डवमाशायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं। नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं। नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्याद्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सभी को जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण।
I'm going to open the viewing continuously, please. So if you please come in. The ceremony is recognized also with a very big crowd.
Pandit Smika Prasad. I am the daughter of Tat and Praveen Prasad and the granddaughter of the late Kokila and Gamma Prasad. I'd like to start by addressing a few housekeeping rules. Please make sure your phones are on silent, and please ensure you respect others' space, as it will be a very large crowd today. With that being said, the Sharma family wants everybody to have an opportunity to pay their respects, so we ask that as you enter, we keep the viewing continuous and you clear to the sides and respect the fact that everyone needs to see the body. Virun Datt Sharma was born on May 22, 1947, to proud parents Ram Rati and Pandit Virun Datt Sharma in the small village of Regreki. He was the eldest son, with siblings Kokila and Sarla preceding him, followed by Arun, Sashi, Vasila, Sambhu, and Amen. A hardworking, energetic, and sometimes mischievous child, he excelled in academics. In fact, he was selected and attended the prestigious high school of Mahatma Gandhi Memorial in Suba. Throughout post-secondary, he apprenticed in fitting and machining at the Fiji Sugar Mill, which he received certification for through Brisbane Department of Education in Queensland. In 1972, surrounded by his close family and friends, Virun married Bijlawati Singh in a beautiful ceremony in the town of Lambasa. He worked as an engineer at the Fiji Sugar Corporation from 1965 to 1973. He later immigrated to Canada with his new bride for the sole purpose of providing a better life for his family that was yet to come, sacrificing everything he knew as normal and his comfort. Virun was known to be a very hardworking man who at times worked up to 3 jobs to make ends meet while putting himself and his wife through school in his new country. He graduated from Pacific Vocational Institute, also known as BCIT now, in 1976 as a millwright, which led to a very auspicious career that spanned multiple industries, from tooling fabrication to aerospace. In 1977, the young couple was blessed with their first child, Pamela Devi Sharma, followed by the birth of their first son, Pandit Datt Sharma, in 1978. Being a family man, Virun sponsored his parents and younger brothers, Amin and Sambhu, along with his cousin Veena, to Canada in 1981. In the 90s, Virun's family continued to grow with the birth of his second daughter, Naileen, in 1991, and second son, Vishal, in 1994. Tragedy soon followed with the passing of his father in the winter of 1994. Following his father's footsteps, Virun kept his legacy alive and became a Pandit. And with it, he brought a unique style that was well-renowned and highly in demand. In 2002, his family grew yet again, this time through the wedding of his eldest daughter, Pamela, to Devendra Maharaj. They in turn blessed Virun with his first and only set of grandchildren, to which he had developed a special bond. Tragedy would then strike 2 more times, first with the passing of his beloved mother in 2005, and second with the passing of his wife in 2009. Being a Pandit, Virun found solace in prayer and spending time with his loved ones. Over the decades, Virun continued to work hard in order to provide a wonderful and fulfilling life for his family. They were well-traveled and celebrated many milestones with family and friends. Living life to the fullest and creating lots of memories. A life filled with love, compassion, and service. He was devoted to his faith and spreading the word of God, which he did for many years, right up until his sudden passing. For the first speech, we will have his grandkids, Anjali and Sahil, come up to say a few words.
Hello everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sahil Maharaj. I am the grandson of Virun Sharma. He was my nana. I would like to thank everyone for coming here today and for their kindness during these difficult times. Today, I want to share with you some memories of my nana. My nana was a very loving man. He was so proud of Anjali and I, and loved us so dearly. I know this, not just because he told us so, but because of his actions. When I went to visit his house, the first thing I saw in the living room was a large picture frame of Anjali and I's graduation photos. I recall the memory when he had had a guest over, and they asked, "Who was in those photos?" He proudly exclaimed, "These are my grandchildren. They graduated." I walked further into his house, into the kitchen, and I noticed that the fridge was covered of 11 photos of Anjali and I. These choices reinforced what Nana already made me feel, that he truly loved me. Nana always made time for us. He visited often, I would say at least every few weeks in recent years. In particular, I remember all the weekend morning breakfasts at Denny's, and especially when he would take Anjali and I out to get Nando's. These Nando's trips were a special thing the three of us would do together, to spend time together. Another special thing he would do for me was, because of my love of puri and rod, or I just call it puja cookie, every time he would go to the mandir, on the way back, he'd bring me back a little packet of puri and puja cookie. Nana left me with no shortage of beautiful memories, memories that I would cherish forever. When someone you love passes, you begin to realize the little things about them you'll miss. Whenever Nana would come over, he would always wear a hat. He would sit in the same beige chair to the left of the fireplace and place his hat to the table on his right. More often than not, he would forget his hat behind, and we'd have to remember to give it back to him the next time we saw him. I'll miss this little charade with his hats, and I'll remember his iconic red Coca-Cola hat. To finish, I have one final remark. People do not truly die until they are forgotten. By carrying Nana, not just in our minds through memories, but in our hearts, by imbuing them with his kindness, his love, and his family values, he lives on in all of us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anjali. Virun was my nana, my grandfather on my mom's side. I've tried thinking about how to say how great of a man my nana was, but I don't really think that there's a way to put it into words. My nana was a force that was driven by love, strength, and compassion, whose impact reached to an extent that most could only hope for in their lifetime, which is pretty evident based on how many have come together in his absence. So, while I'm up here, I want to thank everyone who's come today and who's shown up in the last week for my family and I. Not just for your support, but because you've helped me to remember who my nana was, and that because of us, those here and those that he's known in his lifetime, he's not really gone. The community and presence that is, the community and muscle that his presence contributed to our family and friends is very apparently eternal. I can see my nana and my mom in the way that she loves so deeply and unconditionally, in my Mosi, Nylene, and how her smile lights up a room just like his did, in the contagious laugh of my mama Vishal, and the strength of my mama Mickey. In this time of grieving, I've managed to find some joy in seeing the ways that my nana carries on, and it's because of these things that I've reached another realization. This isn't really a final goodbye. It's the beginning of finding new ways to say hello.
लोग तो पीछे से ले जा है, आप आगे बैठे कर दो प्लीज।
Anjali and Sahil, I can say right now, with a full heart, that your nana would be so proud of you guys. I will now show I will now share with you guys a couple of memories from the kids themselves on their behalf. Vishal's memory. A memorable moment for me was when my dad took me to take your kids to work day at Vector Aerospace. I received an official company ID with the department identified as my dad's. I was able to see all the hard work he did and how he was not afraid to speak up on behalf of his fellow coworkers. He was a legend. Everyone came by to his office to tell me how wonderful, all the wonderful stories about him. I was so incredibly proud of my dad. Mickey Kaka's memory. I will never forget how overjoyed he would become when he was in the company of family and friends. Whether it be during our road trips to California in the infamous camper van or birthday parties in the backyard, he would be smiling ear to ear while sharing captivating stories and knee-slapping jokes with loved ones. Others' happiness was truly his happiness. Mayleen's memory is that Sunday coffee dates with Dad were her favorite. He thoroughly enjoyed McDonald's coffee and blueberry muffins. Sometimes we would chat up a storm, and other times we would sit in silence and watch the news. Regardless, it was just a great way to be in his presence. Oftentimes, he would get on the floor and play ball with Bella. He would laugh and roll around with her, and it always brought a smile to my face. My Sundays will never be the same without him. Pam's memory is growing up. Our mom worked evenings, so our dad took care of us most of the time. Even with 2 young children to look after, he still had chores around the house to complete. We often didn't make it easy for him to carry out his task list, as we could be quite mischievous at times. In order, he would incentivize us from being disobedient. He would often take us to 7-Eleven to grab some treats, for example, a bag of chips or a Slurpee, if we behaved and did not muck around. Although a small gesture, this memory will live fondly in my heart forever. Pandit was a big teddy bear. I grew up scared of him at first, but quickly warmed up to his loving soul. He would come to my brother and I's sports game by his house, and I would always wave to him in the stands, and he would be standing there doing his laps with his hands behind his back. But he always had a huge smile. As soon as we would come out of the dressing room, he would grab our bags and our stick and asked us how much bat we would kick. After my Aji Kokila Prasad passed away, he never failed to show up. He made sure we were well taken care of, and even after my Aja passed away, he always stood by myself and my family. He taught us so much. His perspective on life was so unique in such a positive way. He was the embodiment of the word magnificent. He was a father, a brother, a grandfather, an uncle, a cousin, but most of all, he was a teacher. He taught us to have courage. He taught us to have strength. He taught us to always have a pure heart and genuine intentions. He was always full of life, and he was a pillar of strength. Bande Aja, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your love, and compassion. You are the glue in our family, and for that I will forever be grateful. Although a void has been left, if Bande Aja were here, he would say, even in the darkest, deepest, emptiest of voids, flowers can bloom. Flowers blooming represents growth, purity, and transformation. And for that, in his honor, we will all continue to bloom. On behalf of all the siblings, I'm just going to read a short thank you speech, and then we will continue with the viewing. We would like to thank everyone for joining us today, whether in person or online. Also, thank you to those who have reached out through phone calls, messages, and a special thank you to everyone who have come here by our dad's house to support us, the siblings, through this difficult time. Although grief is a road well traveled, it is still extremely difficult to navigate, which makes all of your love, support, and guidance incredibly valued and appreciated. We are truly blessed. And although we are thankful that he passed away peacefully in the house of God, the way he would have wanted to, we are still deeply saddened by the loss of our loving father. He has left an irreparable hole in our hearts, however, has filled our minds with the cherished memories he leaves behind. In the faces of everyone he has touched, we see a reflection of him and the impact he has made. In closing, we ask that you do not take for granted the time that you have with loved ones and that you live your life to the fullest. In the words of our dad, Kau Bio Gio. I will now invite Pandit Sanjeev Chobe.
Shivaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Namaha. Om Bhuribhavasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahe Dhiyo Yo Naya Prachodayat. Om Bhuribhavasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahe Dhiyo Yo Naya Prachodayat. Om Bhuribhavasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahe Dhiyo Yo Naya Prachodayat. Sabkya Ram Ram. For those who don't know me, my name is Sanjeev Chobe, grandson of the late Narayan Prasad Chobe, and the chela, the disciple of my guru, the late Pandit Virun Datt Sharma. I very much appreciate all of you in attendance for today's service. This week has been one of the most difficult days to have come past. To those who may know of the relationship between a guru and his disciple, it is of a sacred bond. We are not to shed tears, we are not to show emotions at the time of death, as we know that this is the only stepping stone of the soul's journey in the universe. We are to denounce familiar relationships, and your one world is that of your gurus. Now I stand here before you with tears welled up in my eyes and a broken heart. As I see my guru, my world lie here for everyone to see. I had spoken to you a few days prior to your passing, Aja, about our next visit, which is supposed to be yesterday, Sunday. You have given me guidance, you have given me love, but most of all, you have given me a friend. You have blessed my marriage, my home, my son, and you've never asked for anything in return. You even gave me this scarf 18 years ago when I first began learning from you. You have served this community, you have served our family, and now your purpose on this earth has been fulfilled. Your final act is now to serve the cosmos and to be part of the ether. I know you will always be with me. I will forever promise to emulate you, ensure your name will never fade away with time. My son Merrick will always know who his Paraja is. Aja, you taught me, chahe tum kitna amir ho, chahe tum kitna gareeb ho, chahe tum kitna girwan ho, chahe kitna balwan ho, chahe kirtiwan ho, ye mrityu hamara rasta hai. But this road comes in two forms. Those who follow Dharma and live truthful, righteous lives will always end their journey in Vaikunt Dham, while those who follow Adharma, wicked, untruthful lives will forever find themselves in Naraklok. You, Aja, I know in my heart that once you took your final breath, your soul reached the heavenly gates of Sri Jagannath. This is how pure your karma was. I leave you with a final quote. The best and the most beautiful things in the world
cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And Aja, Guruji, you will always be in my heart. Om Shanti.
मंदिर के प्रधानमंत्री ने बोलो मात्रा कुछ बोले।
अगर जयशंकर यहाँ पर है तो आप आगे आ जाइए भैया। जय अगर श्रीमान जयशंकर यहाँ पर है तो प्लीज आप आगे जाइए। जयशंकर प्लीज। चले गए।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। विश्वेश्वराय आदि पुरुष परंपार अलेख पुरुषाय नमः। जगत बंधु ज्योति स्वरूप जिय की जाननहार। हरियस मांगन आय हो दास प्रभु के द्वार। गीता गंगा च गायत्री सीता सत्या सरस्वती। ब्रह्म विद्या ब्रह्मबली त्रयी संध्या मुक्ति गेयिनी अर्धमात्रा। चिदानंदा बोधनी भयनाशनी। वेदे त्रयी परा अनंता तत्वर्थ ज्ञान मंजरी। आदो देवकी देव गर्भम जन्नं गोपी गृहवर्धनम। माया पूतना जीवतापहरणं गोवर्धनोद्वारणं। कंसाच्छेदनं कौरवादिहननं। कुंती सुता पालनम एतद् श्रीमद्भगवत्पुराणे कथित श्री कृष्ण लीलामृतम श्री कृष्ण लीलामृतम श्री कृष्ण लीलामृतम। बोलिए राधे प्रिय श्री कृष्ण महाराज की जय। प्रिय शोकातुर बंधुओं, बहुत ही दुख का विषय है। ऐसे माहौल में जब हम आकर के बैठ जाते हैं तो बस दिमाग चलती ही रहती है, सोचती रहती है, लेकिन दिमाग चलाने से, दिमाग में बहुत से उलझन को सोचने से काम बनती नहीं। ये मृत्यु लोक है प्रिय दुखद बंधुओं। यथा नाम तथा गुण मृत्यु लोक में जन्मा हुआ मानव प्राणी की मृत्यु अवश्य करके होती है। कब हो जाए, कहाँ हो जाए, कैसे हो जाए, किस अवस्था में हो जाए, चाहे ब्राह्मण हो, चाहे क्षत्रिय हो, चाहे वैश्य हो, चाहे शूद्र हो, चाहे महात्मा हो, चाहे राजा हो, चाहे साधु हो, कोई भी हो, मृत्यु सभी जन्मा हुआ बच्चे के साथ में मृत्यु जन्म ले लेती है। बस जैसे परछाई हमारी साथ नहीं छोड़ती, इसी प्रकार से मृत्यु 24 घंटा हमारे साथ रहती है। समय आया, एक तिल भी, एक सुई के नोक के बराबर भी इधर उधर नहीं होती। जो विधना ने लिख दी हो, छठी रात के अंक राई घटे न तिल बढ़े, रव रव जीव निशंक। हम हमारे पूर्वजों को, बूढ़ों को धन्यवाद देते हैं कि जिन्होंने हमारे संस्कार व वेद के हिसाब से और संस्कार पद्धति के हिसाब से आज तक संस्कार को कायम रखा है। संस्कार है, धर्म है, कर्म है, ये सब कार्रवाई बहुत ही अनिवार्य है। हमारी सनातन धर्मी जो होते हैं श्राद्ध को समझते हैं, मृत्यु का संस्कार कैसे कैसे करनी चाहिए, विवाह संस्कार की कार्रवाई क्या है, वहाँ कैसे करनी चाहिए, कोई भी पूजा पाठ इत्यादि कैसे करनी चाहिए। स्वर्गीय पंडित जी आज हमारे मध्य में नहीं है। इनमें एक ब्राह्मण थे। ब्राह्मणत्व हम लोगों में जो भी कोई, हम में, उनमें और कोई ब्राह्मण, ब्राह्मणों में ब्राह्मणत्व होना अनिवार्य है, बहुत जरूरी है। कुछ न कुछ होना चाहिए, संस्कार होनी चाहिए, संस्कृति होनी चाहिए, बातचीत करने का तरीका होनी चाहिए, माहौल होनी चाहिए, प्रेम से श्रद्धा जो पूर्वज पहले करी आए उसको कायम रखनी चाहिए। आत्म पंछी बिन तन पिंजड़ा कोई मोल न भावे हो, जिय बिन देहि ज्योति बिन तिमिरा माटी ही कहलावे हो। जिन देहिया को जर्जर तिमिरा पंछी को नहीं भावे हो, और जिस देहिया को छोड़े हो उसमें लौट बहुरी नहीं आवे हो। पंडित जी की आत्मा शरीर को छोड़ दिया और आत्मा ही परमात्मा का अंश है, ईश्वर अंश जीव अविनाशी। बस आत्मा जब शरीर को छोड़ देता है तो हम घोषित कर देते हैं ये व्यक्ति मृत्यु को प्राप्त हो चला है। मृत्यु कौन सी वस्तु हुई, ये सोचने वाली बात है। अग्नि, जल, वायु, आकाश, मिट्टी का नश्वर पंचभौतिक शरीर अपने अपने तत्वों में विलीन हो जाता है और जीवात्मा हवा रूपी है और वो निकल करके परमात्मा में चला जाता है। कर्मानुसार आत्मा को योनि प्राप्त होती है, कर्म प्रधान विश्व करी राखा, जो जस करा तासु फल चाखा। मनुष्य योनि बहुत ही चैतन्य, बहुत ही खुशी का, बहुत ही सुंदर योनि है। ऐसे योनि को पा करके हमें इसको बर्बाद नहीं करनी चाहिए, इसको अच्छे शुभ कार्यों में लगाना चाहिए। तो जीवन यात्रा हम लोगों को मिली है, भगवान को उठते बैठते धन्यवाद दो, चाहे हम कैसे भी हो। और यहाँ पर मृत्यु लोक में हमसे भूल चूक भी होती है, हमसे भी होती है, आपसे भी होती है। जो संसार को छोड़ करके चला जाता उससे भी चूक हो जाती। तो हम ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करें वो आत्मा जो शरीर को छोड़ करके और सबको, परिवार को छोड़ करके, पत्नी तो वर्षों पूर्व और भगवान को प्यारी हो चली, उनके बच्चे हैं, उन सब को छोड़ करके कृष्ण ने गीता में अर्जुन को बतलाया, धनानि भूमो पश्यस्ते गोष्ठी नारी ग्रह द्वार सका श्मशाने देहं चितायां पर लोक मार्गे धर्मा मां मानु गो गच्छते जीव का। सब कुछ आहिस्ता आहिस्ता छूटता चला जाता, यहाँ तक कि सौ भी चिता पर रख दी जाती। हम भी वहां से बगल हो जाते हैं। और धर्म मानु को गच्छते जीव का प्रश्न उठती है कि जीव का साथी कौन सी वस्तु है? तो धर्म। काना भला कर सके कान सिंधु समाये, काना पावक में जले का काल नहीं खाए। जवाब में पुत्र ना भला कर सके मन नहीं सिंधु समाये, धर्म न पावक में जले। पावक मतलब आगी, धर्म आगे में नहीं जलती, नाम काल नहीं खाए, नाम को काल भी नहीं खाती। स्वर्गीय पंडित जी आज हमारे मध्य में नहीं है। ये जहाँ भी कहीं जैसे भी हो, भगवान की काम भगवान जाने, हमार काम हम लोग जानते हैं। और कर्मानुसार कैसे और भगवान उनको किस योनि में भेजे वो भगवान के काम है। जीवन यात्रा में उनसे कोई भी प्रकार से कमी हुई हो, भूल चूक हुई हो, मन से वचन से कर्म से, इसीलिए तो हम लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं, प्रार्थना करते भगवान से कि ऐसे पवित्र आत्मा बहुत पवित्र है, पुनीत है, उसको अच्छी स्थान देना, उनके परिवार वालों को धीरज और हिम्मत देना। समय अभाव हो जाती है, बोलने को तो घंटों बोला जा सकता, लेकिन ज्यादा न बोलते हुए हम ईश्वर से ही प्रार्थना करें कि वो आत्मा आपके शरणागत में जहाँ भी कहीं जैसे भी भगवान उसको मोक्ष देना, परिवार वालों को धीरज देना और हिम्मत देना भी रहा था। सागर रूपी दुख है जिसको सहन करने की सामर्थ्य देना। हरिओम शांति शांति शांति। धन्यवाद।
At this time, I would like to call up Shiv Mandir Mandali to help sing Rudashtakam. I ask everyone at this time as well to rise. Namami Shamishan Nirvana Rupam Vibhungapakangam Aveda Swarupam Nijam Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham Chidakashamakashamasam Bhajeham Nirakar Mokar Moolam Turiham Giragyan Goti Karmisham Girisham Karalam Mahakal Kripalam Gunagar Samsar Varam Natoham Tusharat Shankashagoram Gaviram Manobhut Koti Prabhashri Shariram Sapuram Maloli Kaloli Charganga Lasatpal Valendu Kante Bhujanga Chalat Kundalam Sukranetram Vishalam Prasannanandina Kante Dayalam Megadish Charmam Maram Mundamalam Priyam Sankaram Sarvanatham Bhajami Prasannam Prakatam Padalam Paresham Akhandam Aladvan Koti Prakasham Triyashula Nirmulanam Shulapani Bhajeham Bhavani Patibhavagamyam Kalatita Kalyana Kalpantakari Sadaja Jananda Data Purari Chiradanda Sandava Moha Pahari Prasiddha Prasiddha Brahma Mantari Nayama Tumanat Padar Vindam Bhajante Aloke Pareva Narayan Natavat Sukham Shanti Shantapanasham Prasiddha Prabhu Sarvabhuta Divasam Najanani Yogam Japineva Pujam
न तोऽहं सदा सर्वदा शाम्भुतुल्यं जराजन्म दुःखोऽप्यतापयमान् प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो
रुद्राष्टकं प्ररोतुं विप्रहरे त्वयेष ये परन्ति नर भक्त्य तेषं शंभु प्रसिद्धति इति श्री गोस्वामी तुलसीदास कृतं श्री रुद्राष्टकं संपूर्णम। एक बार वो श्री रुद्रदेवा की
जय। प्रिय दुखद बंधुओं, शास्त्रों के हिसाब से आत्मा जब शरीर को छोड़ता है तो प्रेत योनि 84 लाख योनि बतलाई जाती है। प्रेत योनि में 10वें दिन तक वो प्रेत योनि में रहता है। 3 क्षण में धर्मराज के पास, 4 क्षण में लौट करके अपने घर पर आता है। तो इसी प्रकार से प्रेत मोक्ष प्रार्थना हम करें कि प्रेत योनि से उसको मोक्ष मिले। ॐ अनादिनिधनो देव शंख चक्र गदाधरः अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्षो प्रेत मोक्ष परदो भवा अतिश पुष्प संकासं पीतवास समयुक्तितं येन नमस्यन्ति न गोविन्दं न तेषां विदते भयं। कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालुस्त्वं अगतिनां गतिर्भवः संसारिणां मग्ना प्रसीद परमेश्वर। नारायणं सुरेश्रेष्ठं लक्ष्मीकान्त वरप्रदाः अनेन तर्पणे नाथ प्रेत मोक्ष परदो भवा। हिरण्यगर्भे पुरुषा व्यक्तं व्यक्ते स्वरूपणे अस्य प्रेतस्य मोक्षार्थो सुप्रीतो भवे सर्वदा। प्रेत मोक्ष परदो भवा। ओम प्रेत मोक्ष परदो भवा। ओम प्रेत मोक्ष परदो भवा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। धन्यवाद।
श्रीमान जीतूराज से निवेदन करते हैं कि आप आकर 2-4 शब्द कह दीजिए प्लीज।
Ram Ram, Namaskar. Those who don't know me, I am the director of Radio PG Mirchi. On behalf of Radio PG Mirchi Canada, I really want to thank all community who came here. I want to say so much, but this is not the time. Definitely, I can say in my program, you can listen in my radio station. I just want to point out one thing. जब भी आप सुबह रेडियो खोलते हैं तो मेरे लिए एक स्क्रिप्ट सामने होती है जिसमें मैं बोलता हूँ दुख के साथ सूचित किया जाता है। आप में से बहुत सारे लोग ये हर रोज सुबह रेडियो पर सुनते होंगे। वो एक स्क्रिप्ट होती है हमारे सामने जो हम पढ़ते हैं सभी के शोक समाचार, लेकिन कभी कभी उन शोक समाचार में कुछ नाम ऐसे आ जाते हैं जिन्हें बोलने में हमें थोड़ा समय लगता है। उन्हीं नामों में से एक थे पंडित विरुण दत्त शर्मा जी। 2015 में, आज से 10 साल पहले, ये मेरे साथ इंडिया घूमने भी गए, भारत को भ्रमण किया। काफ़ी इन्होंने अप्रिशिएट किया। जब भी मुलाकात होती थी, खैर कुछ जगह ऐसी होती थी जहाँ पर फ्यूनरल होम में इनसे मुलाकात होती थी। लास्ट टाइम इनसे जब मेरी मुलाकात हुई तो मैपल रीज फ्यूनरल होम में इनसे मुलाकात हुई। हरदम अप्रिशिएट करते थे, कम्युनिटी को सामने लाने के लिए हमेशा ही बोलते थे। एंड यही एक ऐसी कम्युनिटी के पंडित थे, मैं यहाँ पर बोल सकता हूँ, जब भी दिवाली की डेट्स में कोई कंफ्यूजन होता था हमारे सनातन धर्मियों में, पंडित वीरुन दत्त शर्मा सबसे पहले कॉल करते थे, कहते थे जीतूराज कॉल मी, अगर कोई नहीं आ रहा है मैं आऊँगा, मैं रेडियो स्टेशन में बताऊँगा कि सनातन धर्म के जो त्योहार हैं उनके साथ, डेट के साथ खिलवाड़ नहीं होना चाहिए। दैट काइंड ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी ही इज। बस यही कहना चाहूँगा कि पंडित जी आपके शोक समाचार को जब बोला तो बोलने में थोड़ा समय जरूर लगा। होता है हर एक की जिंदगी में, कुछ ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो आते हैं जिनके बारे में आप कभी सोच नहीं सकते कि उनके लिए आपको डेथ अनाउंसमेंट करनी पड़ेगी। उन्हीं में से एक थे पंडित जी। पंडित जी की आत्मा की शांति के लिए रेडियो फिजी मिर्ची का पूरा परिवार, स्टाफ, मैनेजमेंट और लिसनर्स की तरफ से हम आपको दिवंगत श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हैं। साथ ही साथ जितने भी हमारे लिसनर्स हैं जो आज नहीं आ पाए, उन्होंने स्पेशल कहा था कि जीतू राज आप हमारी तरफ से बोल देना, मैं सभी के नाम नहीं बोल सकता, बट जितने भी हमारे लिसनर्स हैं जो सुनते हैं उन सब की तरफ से पंडित जी के परिवार को बहुत सांत्वना दी जाती, कॉन्डोलेंसेस, एंड ऑल्सो पंडित जी की आत्मा की शांति के लिए हम सभी प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद जीतू भाई। If anyone has not done their final viewing yet, please come forward, as we have a very limited time right now, and we have to go inside the crematorium at about 10 o'clock, just after 10. If we can get the lineup moving swiftly, please, because समय बहुत कम हमारे पास है. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Siya Ram, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. My name is Renita Lal Prasad, and on behalf of Gita Gyan Mandir and its board members, Pradhan Virun Datt ji, especially the Mehla Mandal group, I just want to say our deepest sympathies, our condolences to Pandit Bhaiya and the families. We all know whoever we met, whenever we met Pandit Ji or spoke with him, he touched our hearts. I admired him for the way, if he ever had to say something, he would say it to you very nicely, but he had to get the message through. So I'm sure those of you who know him will remember what he spoke of. Thank you so much for sharing this time of grief with all of us. And please, do come and continue to share your knowledge of Panditji. He was a very intricate part of Gita Gyan Mandir, and he always will be. We will remember him going forward. He took a lot of pride in creating our Mahila Mandal group, the ladies, and he was very proud to the last day when we all showed up in matching saris to do Kirtan at Shiv Mandir. He passed on before our eyes, and we will always remember what he taught us, and we will carry on his legacy. Thank you all. Jai Baba.
We will now ask all the immediate cousins to stand up and come have their final goodbye. So we'll have all his nieces and nephews.
Nieces and nephews, please come on up. Nieces and nephews, please come up.
And then once the nieces and nephews have had their time, we need all the siblings, please, to start lining up to have your final moment. Once again, any nieces or nephews that would like to pay their final respects. And if I could please have his siblings. So if all the siblings and their spouses could please come forward. siblings, that's it. Like siblings, and then like, well, the siblings, his children, yeah, and then the grandkid, like brothers, and that's it. We'll have the children now come forward. The children and their spouses.
All the way around, same thing, finish it.
सब नीचे करवा रहे आगे आ जाओ अंतिम पूजा भाई क्या है जो करवा रहे हैं क्लियर नहीं
आवश्यक के फोटो हरि ओम श्री नारायण
Got the handles, guys? 1, 2, 3, up. Stay.
Ram Nam Sathe.
One step.
Ram Nam Sathe. 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 Ram Nam Satya hai. 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 Ram Nam Satya hai.
नमस्ते जी।
now undergoing the most important part of why you're all here. If we could just carry on with the respect, the socialize outside afterwards. But he's in there right now. Pray for him. Thank you.
राइट
कैसा कर
अभी नहीं खत्म हो गया है, जैसे ही आएगा मैं बता दूँगा।
You got a fancy haircut, man.
Ram Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.